All right, everyone. We got another Legends deal signed. This time it's from someone who's about to be into the Hall of Fame. That is Typhoon. So here is what he said. There's so many people that are making action figures outside. You got the Hasbro that's up toward here, but there's so many. There's a new two brothers that Adam Bomb just had a new figure out. I forgot what they're called because I had talked to them. They did call me on the phone about some stuff and everything. And I'm under a Legends deal, and I'm kind of funny that way. So he's on a Legends deal. And look, I love this by WWE. Continue to get these guys signed to these Legends deals because we want to be able to see, um, as many, whether it's the wrestling figures or putting them in games. I don't even know what the Legends deals, like how far they extend, but all of that, you're talking about documentaries and all these other things and having them merchandise, right? Having them as part of the Legends deal just makes it a lot easier. And it also helps these guys get paid even all these years later because you think about it, the wrestlers now, and this, by the way, is the same with all professional sports too, right? Where the wrestlers now, they're making a good amount of money. And in a lot of cases, they're actually working less days, right? So the situation they're in is way better than it was in the past. These guys were getting paid less and they were also working more. And so these are the people that really paved the way, right? They really built the WWE into what it is today. And I think it's great that if you sign these Legends deals, money is probably coming their way in some form, and they're actually still cashing in on, they're still getting some of the money that they weren't able to get back then because the company was nowhere near as big as it is now, but they're getting it even to this day, and especially in a business like wrestling where, I mean, if you watch Dark Side of the Ring, it will really change, I think, your mind a little bit on, oh my God, like there is some of these guys, they gave it all to wrestling and it just did not work out for them in the end. You had these tragic stories. And so you just anytime you see one of these older wrestlers who, hey, he could get some money, he could get something for what he did still to this day. Because look, Typhoon, Earthquake, he's another Earthquake, John Tenta Jr., he was another one just phenomenal. When you think of that era, their names come up. Um, and I think actually I have somewhere around here the small Hasbro figures that they made of Typhoon and Earthquake. I think I got them somewhere down here, but they're super cool. And it's just amazing. I hope more of these Legends deals are signed because get these people the money they deserve, in a lot of ways. And once again, it's not that I'm sure a lot of people may put in the comments, well, they weren't paid enough and this and that. And to be fair, I don't know the exact metrics on all of that, but I do know that the company was nowhere near as big as it is now. I do know that. So it wasn't like, as you may hate Vince, and right now we'll see what's going on with all these court cases and everything like that and the lawsuits and everything. But at the end of the day, there was no way the WWE could pay the wrestlers what they're paying them, the money they're paying them today, including kind of all the time off. Right? It's just my my maybe uninformed opinion on it, but probably you're not going to be able to do that. So the fact that now the company these people helped built, they could still get that money, I think is absolutely phenomenal. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.